Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie. You guys already know the deal. If you're new here, be sure to bang that subscribe button because I bring you who day, all day, every day. And that's pretty much what I do here. We bring you Bengals content 24/7, so be sure to subscribe. Also, be sure to leave a like on this video. But I wanted to get into my new thing I have going down here, which is the instant analysis of some of the interviews. So how this goes is I'll let some of the clips play, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. So let's get into it.
The money that was raised and how many families and how many children we're going to be able to help.
AJ Green said the first play was scripted for John Ross, but you can't really script what happened.
Just look at that. Just look at that smile right there. Andy already knew that the play was going to John Ross. Just good to see that as his reaction. But let's let this play out.
Final 10 yards. Were you able to see what was playing out there at the end?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, and John, he made such a great play after the catch. For him to make a couple guys miss right there, close to the end zone and get in, it was. It shows what his talent and what he can bring to this offense.
Does it show that 10 minutes show what this offense can do?
For sure, we just got to play to our potential, and I feel like we started the game how we wanted to. We felt like we moved the ball and we scored points, and it's what you want to have as an offense.
So it looks like Andy Dalton was very satisfied with the offense and utilizing John Ross's talents, and it looks like that's what he expects for the season going forward. Which, I mean, that's to be expected. This offense has weapons; they need to be used and they need to be utilized.
I mean, can you imagine what you might be able to do if you could just run the ball, just maybe even a little?
Yeah, I thought for us we moved the ball well and up and down the field, and it's how we wanted to start the game. I mean, to have one play and score a touchdown is nice, and then to put a couple drives together, we're good.
You said that John Ross had scripted, before the game, you knew he was going to be the first one. Was it something they were doing? Was the guy you were picking on? You just wanted to boost John's confidence? What was behind it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's there's a lot that went into it. I think just for us is to take a shot with John, and we knew that it was going to be the first play, and I said in the huddle it was going to be a touchdown. I said on the sideline, I said before the game it was going to be a touchdown, and so I'm glad it happened that way.
Is he almost impossible?
So pretty cool to see that Andy Dalton has that confidence in John Ross, saying that he knew that it was going to be a touchdown. Great to hear from him. Great to hear that they were so confident in his abilities and in the play. So it seems like this could be something that opposing defenses will have to look out for this season.
Possible to overthrow?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows his speed, and he can run, and so just put it out there, let him go make the play.
I think even a better throw was the one to Asian, the third thing for the touchdown. Can you run through that one a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, AJ and I have been doing this together for a long time. I know how he runs routes, and for him, he's so good, and he did a great job of beating the corner, and I just had to give him a ball that he can go make a play on, and he did.
So it looks like Andy Dalton's just like, yeah, Chief, this is just a regular day at the office. If you guys saw that catch was throw and catch was very impressive. But again, these guys are in their 8th year, so kind of understandable that he gives that answer.
It was another good play for us.
Andy, for a preseason game, how was it easier or difficult to contain some of your emotions given that the reception that happened and knowing that the first play was this and, just with all that went on today?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things. I think things would have been completely different if it was a regular season game. I wouldn't have been able to do all the stuff that I was able to do before. I wouldn't have. I don't know if the ovation would have been the same. The fact that it was a preseason game made this whole trip and made everything that we had planned up here way easier to do. And so, I think it's cool that it all happened the way it did.
Do you almost feel bad?
Yeah, I definitely feel where Andy's coming from. Like this obviously was more of a lighthearted thing just because it was, in a sense, a preseason game. And I doubt, like he said, that all of this stuff would have happened outside of it being a preseason game. But it's just a very classy way, and I think it was a very classy business trip and fan reaction by the Buffalo Bills for them to do something like this. It was definitely all for a great cause, and I think that Andy was kind of hinting in this press conference that was part of it that was lost in translation was, hey, this was actually a good cause for a lot of the children in the area of Buffalo. And to take something from football and a play that propelled them into the playoffs to also have on the back end have these services these services be funded for children that are affected by cancer is just a great move. But I agree with him. It probably wouldn't have went over as well in the regular season. So understandable why he'd feel like that.
For throwing a touchdown the first pass after giving a standing ovation?
No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
That was pretty funny. So he didn't feel bad for throwing a touchdown. I don't think anybody should feel bad for throwing a touchdown. I mean, these guys go out and practice all week just to make sure that they get these plays right. So definitely understandable.
It's all part of it.
Did the ovation surprise you?
I figured it was going to be something at some point. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. And I had too many people telling me that there was going to be an ovation for me not to be surprised. But I think just when it happened, as I was walking down the tunnel, they said, "Hey, we're holding you back and we're going to do something." And I was like, okay. And so, it's like I said, it's pretty cool.
And one thing that I will say is you can say what you want to say about Andy as a quarterback. He has his up and down games. He has games where he looks very good. He has games where you kind of question him. But one thing you can't question this guy on is that he is an elite human being. This guy does a lot of stuff for not only the Cincinnati community, now he's reaching out to Buffalo communities. Such a great guy.
Nice having Tyler back out there, I imagine.
For sure. Yeah, I think just getting Tyler back in on the action, I think he's going to be a big part of our offense, and I think it's good for him to get some action out there.
That is great to hear. Andy Dalton saying that Tyler Eifert and confirming that he's going to be a big part of this offense going forward. Glad to have him back. Obviously, he was instrumental in Andy Dalton's 2015 success, so great to hear that he's glad to have him back.
Are you hoping to see him take a hit and pop up and everybody can stop talking about that?
Yeah, and he did. He did, so it's good.
Even Tyler Boyd has seemed to pick up right where you left off, too. Tyler seemed big for you.
Yeah, I think Tyler's done a great job, and I think he's, like I said, we've got a lot of guys on this offense that are going to help us, and so he's another one that I feel like he's had a great training camp, great preseason, and got to keep it rolling going into this season.
Looks like Andy Dalton is definitely confident in Tyler Boyd and excited to use him within this offense. There's going to be so many weapons for him to use, but Tyler Boyd definitely having a solid preseason as well. That couldn't be lost in the shuffle, but Tyler Boyd, expect him to be another guy that's pretty reliable. I believe Andy actually hit him up on the third down, so Tyler Boyd, definitely one of my favorites and seems to be one of Andy's as well.
3rd and 3, when we get the field goal, it's in the vintage Tyler play where he just got the first down. Remember that?
For Tyler Boyd? Yeah, no, it was perfect. For him.
Hesitated a little bit, and then
Yeah, he did a great job. He found he ran a good route, found a soft spot, and were able to convert there.
That's what he
and
does.
So he's a smart player, and the stuff that we ask him to do fits him perfectly.
Talking about scripts, you probably took a script before dress rehearsal, probably.
No, I thought we played well, and even when the starters were out, I thought we did a lot of good things. Thought the offense moved, and thought overall it was a good game for us.
All the costumes fit, dress rehearsal, everybody's costume fit.
Yeah.
Looks like Andy is definitely impressed with the dress rehearsal. It looks like he's satisfied with how the Bengals performed. So with that being said, I will leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.